Hey there! I saw you checked out our local business scaling program online. I wanted to see if you had 2 minutes to chat about getting more clients this week.
What you just heard wasn't a human. It wasn't a laggy robotic soundboard from 5 years ago. That was a fully autonomous, ultra realistic AI voice agent running on a platform called Vapi AI. And while you were sleeping last night, that exact agent could have made 500 outbound cold calls, handled objections like a seasoned sales pro, and booked hot meetings directly into your calendar. Now, if you are currently running your business ragged, trying to manually dial leads, or worse, paying thousands of dollars a month to cold callers who burn through your data, call out sick, or deliver zero results, it is time to step into the future. Vapi AI is a powerhouse platform that allows you to build human like voice agents that can call outbound leads, answer inbound customer service questions, and schedule appointments on autopilot. It integrates directly with your phone systems and tools and has near zero latency, meaning your customers don't have to wait through awkward silences. But instead of just telling you about it, I want to show you exactly how it works. I recorded a complete step-by-step walkthrough showing you how to log into the dashboard, select the lifelike voice, write a high converting cold calling prompt, and launch your first agent. So check this out.
Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today I want to present a situation to you that we've all been there, okay? You basically call business and AI answers and there's that agonizing 3-second pause before it replies. You try to interrupt it, the system breaks and the entire customer experience is ruined. If you're building voice agents in 2026, latency is the enemy, okay? So welcome to my Complete Beginners Masterclass on Vapi AI. To be clear, guys, this is not like an AI language model. It is a voice orchestration layer. It's going to act as a hyper-fast traffic controller that is going to connect your speech-to text, your LLM, and your text-to-speech engines together seamlessly, aiming for latency under 400 milliseconds, okay, which is so good. So we're basically going to be like fully functional and production-ready appointment setter. And I'm going to show you all of the tricks that you can use, okay? So guys, first of all, we're just going to click on open the dashboard in here. And you can easily sign in with your basically like Google account, but you can also do like GitHub, you can do a lot of stuff really, okay? And guys, this is the main dashboard, okay? This is how it looks like basically. As you can see, the menu is pretty complex, okay? You have your composer, you have like a lot of stuff really. So what I want you to focus on right now is on clicking on assistants, okay? We're going to basically create like a new assistant. So guys, when you're doing this, you have to choose basically the physical anatomy of the assistant, because if you pick the wrong providers in here, your bot is going to sound robotic and here's going to be, it's going to sound slow basically, okay? So I'm going to give you just like the optimal setup for 2026. First of all, guys, we have the ears. And what do I mean by this? The transcriber. This is going to be our ears, okay? You're basically going to click on the drop-down menu. And I highly recommend selecting Cartesian Ink Whisper, okay? It is basically like a new real-time transcriber that is going to deliver high accuracy streaming at under 100 milliseconds. It's rarely going to miss a word, okay? Next, guys, we have our brain, which is going to be the model in this section here, okay? We're going to select basically OpenAI, that's going to be the provider. And we can select, for example, GPT-40, okay? So let's look for it. And in particular, I'm just going to select like, GPT-40 mini cluster. And the reason why I'm using this is because it's incredibly fast, it natively supports structured outputs, and it follows complex instructions beautifully, okay? And it's also very cheap. Okay, so this is pretty much how it looks like in the model section. Now we also need to get to the voice, okay, which is going to be the text or speech that's you can see in here. So guys, do not use the default robotic points, okay? And just scroll down and select something you actually like. In my case, for example, I like deep cream, which is going to be this one here. And I like using the Aura Chew model, okay? Now let's talk about what voice you can use. Well, you can use like a lot of voices, okay? But I just want to keep it default, okay? Stereo. And this model was actually specifically trained for enterprise conversational pacing. It's going to take breaths, it's going to use natural inflection, and it's going to handle interruptions gracefully. Okay, guys, so this is basically the perfect 400 millisecond stacks. So what do you have to do now, guys, is now you're going to have to go to the model, and you're going to have to configure this assistant, okay, as you can see in here. So what this is going to happen is that this is going to give you like the assistant speaks first. Okay, that's going to be the option. Otherwise, you can use a wait for the user, but I recommend this one here. And now this is the first message that the AI is going to speak, okay? Thank you for calling. Whenever this is Riley, your scheduling assistant. How may I help you today? Of course, guys, you're going to have to configure this to your own business or to your own use case. I recommend you focus on this because it's the most important part. Now, the system prompt is going to look something like this. As you can see, you can give it like an identity and purpose, voice persona, speech characteristics, conversation flow, so on, so on, so on. But this is very large, okay? This is very, very complex. So what I'm going to recommend you do personally is that you focus on each of these bullet points and you give just like a broad description of it, okay? So let's say that I'm doing, for example, like, an assistant for a yoga studio. So I'm going to say something like, you are Riley, for example, an assistant, Catalan, voice assistant for a yoga studio, okay? And you might also state your business name, okay? I'm going to keep it like that, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on generate after I'm finished with each bullet point. And I'm going to hope for the bands and let the AI kind of fill in the gaps and make them complete, okay? But just go through each bullet point and make it actually specific for your business project, guys. This is the most important stuff, okay? So do not skip it. Make it very, very complex and very deep. Now, about the max number of tokens, this is basically how much money you're going to be allowing to spend, okay, in each call, okay, for the AI. So 250 tokens might actually look pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good. So I did keep it somewhere around that, okay? No more than maybe 500 because otherwise each call is going to be very, very expensive. And you can also select different files to kind of give more documentation to your assistant. Here you're basically going to have like the cost and the latency, okay? By the way, guys, whenever you're ready, do not just go and polish it. First of all, you're going to have to talk to this guy, okay? Make sure he's working properly, okay? So just test it out, very much so, okay? Whenever you find out ready to publish, you can just click on publish in here. And this is the snippet. This is the code snippet that we're very much interested in, okay? So you can see in here. All right, so this is something that you're going to have to copy on your maybe page or maybe your automation tool, depending on what you have in here. But yeah, of course, guys, an AI assistant is useless if you cannot make changes to your calendar or things like that. And for these, I recommend you basically come into the tools section, you just click on create tools, and you can actually integrate this very, very easily with maybe your Google Calendar, as you can see here. Okay, so you're going to be able to integrate this. So that your agent or your assistant can start making changes in your Google Calendar, your sheet, and so on and so on. If you may be looking for something more complex, you're going to have to go to an MCP or an API request, okay? But that's going to be how it works, basically. Of course, you're also going to need like a phone number. And for this, you can just click here on the phone number section, okay? And you can just click and create phone number. And the good thing is that, Vapi is going to give you like 10 free US phone numbers. That's actually amazing. Okay, so you're going to be able to use them for free in your account. Okay, guys? But you can also import them from Twilio and you can also buy them. Okay? So that's great. And once you have that tool, you can just come to your particular assistant and you can attach that particular tool. For example, you can allow the assistant to make changes with the calendar, okay? And that's going to be in here on this action. By the way, guys, if you're gonna find this a little bit difficult, you can always get to the composer in here, and that's gonna allow you to give it a prompt, like like if it were ChatGPT, and it's gonna try to build the agent for you, and it's gonna also give you like advice on how you can build it and all of that. Okay, so that's gonna make it a lot more easy. Finally, in some pages, you're gonna be required the API keys for this service. So I just recommend you come into here into API keys and you basically add like a public or like a private key. Okay, and that's going to give you a key that you can just copy paste in whatever service you want to use. That's great. So guys, this is pretty much it for this tutorial, okay? If you're running a business, this is going to be more cheaper than a human call center. But if you accidentally leave like an outbound campaigns running in a loop, your API bills will skyrocket, okay? So just start small. Test your workflows really, and keep an eye on your dashboard. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much how it works, and thank you so much.
As you just saw in the demo, building an AI voice agent, it doesn't require you to write a single line of complex code. Vapi makes the entire process incredibly straightforward, fast, and visual. This is the ultimate shortcut to shifting your business from manual grinding to automated scaling. While your competitors are spending hours dialing phone numbers and facing constant rejection, you can have an army of Vapi agents running your outbound sales systems 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for literally pennies on the dollar. Whether you run a hair salon, a digital marketing agency, an insurance agency, or any local business that relies on booking appointments, this tool is a complete game changer. So if you're ready to build your first voice assistant, don't start from scratch. Use the link in the pinned comment section below to sign up for Vapi AI. By using my exclusive partner link, you'll support the channel and get free trial credits loaded directly into your new account. So you can build and test your agent today without spending a single dime of your own money. So click that link in the pinned comment section, set up your account, and see for yourself how powerful this technology is. So if you got value from this video, and drop a comment below letting me know what niche that you're building your first voice assistant for. I'm Teresa. Stay focused, keep scaling, and I'll see you in the next video.